Hi, welcome to Big Sexy Chat. I'm Crystal.
I'm Merv.
Trick or treat, Merv.
Trick or treat, smell my feet, give me something good to eat.
You know it.
Right.
I love it. What's your favorite Halloween candy, Merv?
Ooh, I think it's probably Dots, like a real fresh pack of Dots, the little box. It's like just the right amount of that gummy texture that gets stuck. You don't have to fight with it for too long, but yeah, love it.
I hadn't had a Dot in years, and my hairdresser kept pushing her candy. Take some. I go, no, I'm good. I'm like, you know what? I haven't had a Dot in forever. I took one of those little strips of Dots. There was like 3 or 4 dots on there.
Yeah.
And I get in my car and get my seatbelt on. I start to pull out. I'm chewing on my Dot. Bam! It pulls out my whole crown.
No.
That's what happens when you get old. I know. I was like, damn it. And I kept saying, no. No. Anyway, so for those of you listening, welcome to our Halloween edition. Murph and I just have some fun things we want to talk about tonight. And next weekend, we have the infamous and most amazing Reagan Chastain as our guest. And we're going to talk about how to stand up to the holiday time a-holes in your family that say shit to you when you're having some kind of holiday dinner. Just we don't want to hear it. Just shut up. Stop yucking my yum. Let me enjoy whatever I'm celebrating.
And she's just amazing. Every time I've heard her talk and the information that she shares with doctors that are about fat phobia and fat liberation, and she's just got so much good information. It's going to be a don't miss episode.
Totally. You know what she is? She's a statistician. And so, I'll send her things. I'm like, I don't think this doesn't. And she's like, oh my God, Crystal. And then she'll just go through it. The sample size. And, there's only 2 years. I'm like, oh, she just breaks it all down. Like, so bam, bam, bam. And I look at it. I go, this doesn't sound good. And she's so smart. She has all that stuff in her brain too. And she can just like chop people down when they're trying to say some bullshit to her, some fat phobic bullshit to her. She just, amazing.
Yeah. That's going to be exciting. I'm looking forward to that.
Me too. And we're going to have some questions and answers too. So if we have listeners that have a question they might want to ask of Reagan, send it to us at sexy@bigsexychat.com and we'll ask Reagan for you. And we're going to have Murph's going to be on. I'm going to be on. We're going to have Sydney on, and then Reagan. She's going to talk about her presentation, and then we're going to do a Q&A. Should be cool.
Awesome. So, Crystal, what's your favorite kind of candy for Halloween?
I love candy corn. I know I know a lot of people hate it, but if you get the Brock's brand, it's so good.
I agree. I love candy corn. I don't understand why people don't like it. I love breaking it apart and like just getting the orange part and then just getting I don't understand why people have hate for candy corn.
They hate on cilantro, honestly. It pisses me off. You know who else loves candy corn?
Who?
Ms. Reagan Chastain.
Nice.
I know. I'm like, yes.
It's
corn rocks.
Little side for any kind of fall, event or anything. Even like Thanksgiving, have a little bit of candy corn right there.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. Doesn't it kill you when people start talking about like when it's getting to be closer to Halloween, like you better make sure your neighbors don't give your kids edibles. I'm like, you people don't have any idea how much edibles cost at the cannabis store. What is that about?
This entire season I've heard nonstop about they're putting fentanyl in the candy. It's like they're not putting fentanyl there. They may be putting fentanyl in things that look like candy to give out when they sell drugs, but nobody is going to someone's house and getting drug candy. They want to make money off of it. And I just there's no way, every time I'll have people in my life that do that, no, they're putting this in the candy. And I just want to be like, oh, they're putting critical race theory in the candy.
I love it. Yes, that'd be great.
Yeah.
Remember when I was a kid, it was razor blades. We had to go through all the candy and make sure there was no razor blades in any of it.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
But we're just raw razor blades of just my razor blades always are in a razor, so I don't know. What do people have? Just razors laying around? They could just start shoving in the sugar daddies or whatever? I don't get it.
It was one place in, the Midwest in the 70s where somebody put it in a couple of different things. And so, yeah, okay. And now it's like folklore that everyone is putting drugs and razor blades and nails and all kinds of stuff in your kids' candy. It's like, come on.
Drugs
If
cost money, and edibles cost money. I hoard my edibles. I'm like, no, I'm not giving this shit away to anybody.
right? Like that's a huge portion of my paycheck. I'm not sharing it with some little brat. I'm sorry,
Right?
but
Some stranger.
not happening. Like I just get it. Yeah.
When I most Halloweens I go to my girlfriend Karen's house and we give out candy. Of course the pandemic put a little squash on that, but they were back pretty much last year. And she lives in one of those neighborhoods that's known for giving out good candy. So she gets the busloads of kids that come kind of all in a gaggle, and they get off their bus and they come down, and they're so sweet and so kind and so grateful. And she has a Labradoodle, and she puts like a little bow tie on him or something, funny like that. And can I pet him? May I pet him? And he's so sweet, and they love it. And they're like, that's the house with the cute doggy. And he lives for this day. Like, he's just like, oh, yes, pet me, pet me, pet me, It's so fun. I love it.
That's fantastic. Yeah.
He's a cutie.
When we moved into, we had always lived out in the country. And so, nobody came on our street because it was a dead end street. And it was kind of in the middle of orchards. And then we moved into a condo. And so then it was like a bunch of old people around us. So nobody brought their grandkids or anything, We moved to suburbia. And I'm like, there's going to be kids. Like, finally, I get to give candy. The first year, it poured down rain. Not a single kid came. I was just like, it was like the biggest wah, 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 wah. Like, yeah. So I've always wanted to have the opportunity to have like a big night of that. No, we get probably like maybe 12 trick-or-treaters, and that's it.
She gets hundreds at her house. She lives near the area in Willow Glen where the people on like the Camino Ramon streets, these people go and get those little bags, and they put 3 and 4 pieces of candy in, and they tie like a bow around it, and they make 1,000 of them and give them away. And I'm like, okay, kids don't appreciate that crap, first of all, but people are crazy. Kids they just want their candy, but it's kind of a tradition, so people know to kind of come. She lives close to that area, so they kind of started her house, and they just keep moving that way. And yeah, we get hundreds. One year we ran out of candy, and we had like 4 big, huge bags of candy. At the end, we could only give each person one thing, I was like, sorry. But then we had to turn the lights off because, we ran out. So I don't know what it'll be like this year. The weather's supposed to be really good tomorrow night. So I think we'll have a good turnout. What I'm really looking forward to, Merv, I want to see a bunch of little girls dressed up like She-Hulk.
Yeah. Or Lizzo. Oh, I don't dress up like Lizzo.
I don't think so. But you know what? We had a lot last year of little girls and little boys dressed in like Black Panther costumes. So warriors. And I was like, yes.
Yeah.
I know. That's so awesome. Beautiful. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We love the costumes.
Standard like superhero kind of costumes here. Yeah. Haven't really seen anything that's been like, wow, that's wowed me. But yeah, we'll see. I'm always open to, that's my favorite part of Halloween just in general. Like the past couple days on social media with everybody going out to parties and dressing up. Like, this is what I'm here for. Yes. Bring it on.
And this kind of leads into our concept of this episode, right? Which was talking about wearing costumes and role-playing.
Yes, absolutely.
Have you ever done any role-playing, Merv?
I think I've done a little bit of role-playing. Like this, what I'm wearing right now, those that you can't see me, I'm wearing like a pleather one's, cat suit with little vinyl cat ears. So like things like that, I'll get into like a cute little sexy costume and maybe say, one or two things that would be, themed like that. But I don't think I've ever like full on role played. How about you?
I don't think full on either, though. I have done the thing where like when he comes home from work, I'm just in my shoes and my thong and my bra, pretending like I'm doing dishes, that kind of thing. He's like, so it's so easy, probably mostly around Halloween time, just being extra naughty with my costume, having a little fun before or after with it, But no, I'm not a big, I mean, I was a thespian in high school, but yeah, I don't think I really ever have. I don't know. I think it might make me feel a little bit awkward somehow.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to pretend like I don't know. Maybe. Can't remember, honestly.
Have you
I've been
seen
sick.
Have you seen the movie Four Christmases?
Probably. It sounds familiar.
It's got Vince Vaughn and Reese Witherspoon, and they're like a couple with no kids, and they decide they're going to go to like this beautiful tropical place, and then the place, you know, their flights get canceled, they're stuck, they got to go visit all of their parents, like that have divorced and everything. And I tell you, there's this one episode where they start out and they meet at a bar, and they seem like they're two totally strangers, you know, that they've never met each other. And then you find out that they're married. Like, that's the beginning of the movie. And the way that they act at this bar, you know, with each other is just like, whoa, like, it's really sexy. And it's intended to be that way because like they want you to get into the idea of role playing. But yeah, I've always kind of been like, ooh, that might be fun to do. Like, just go to and agree to like show up and be totally brand new to each other.
Right.
That'd be
Do
fun.
you ever watch Modern Family? Is that what it's called? Modern Family?
I've seen a couple episodes, but I haven't seen the whole series.
Phil and his wife do that a lot. That's like kind of like their thing. When they finally get a break, they go to they rent a room at a local hotel and go try to do, you know, that in the bar. And then things always go like afoul, you know. It's hilarious usually. Like, it's such good writing on that show. But yeah, that's one of their things, and they just pretend like they have different, you know, identities, and they call each other by that name. It's really cute. It's really, really cute.
Yeah, that's the kind of role playing I think would be fun. But I think if I was like, oh, okay, I'm a schoolgirl or whatever, I think I would just like start laughing and think I was so ridiculous that I wouldn't enjoy it as much.
I agree. What's the best or favorite costume you've ever worn? And also, I want to come back to your jumpsuit so we can figure out where you bought that.
Yeah. So my favorite costume as a little kid, or just ever.
As a little kid first.
As a little kid, I think probably my favorite was like, it had to be, we were just talking about this before we started recording. It was Rainbow Bright.
Oh, yeah.
Rainbow Bright, because I had her haircut basically my whole childhood.
Wow.
So I had like the little puffy dress and the, you know, and that's when I fit into all those kind of things. So it was a lot of fun. The little like moon boots, you know, that she wore. Yeah.
I'm of the age where we wore a lot of costumes with those horrible plastic masks.
Yes.
That had like 2 slits for your eyes, like 1 little hole for your breathing. And you're like, and I love to be Casper the Ghost. And I think I wore that a few years because I was so in love with it.
Yeah.
But we lived on the Air Force Base in Las Vegas at Nellis, and we didn't have a lot of extra money. And I know this is a totally incorrect, it's a politically incorrect term, but you have to remember this was the 70s, so, you know, we know better now. But we dressed as gypsies a lot because, you know, my mom could pull all the clothes out of the closet and put ponchos on and, you know, little kerchiefs on her head and make us look like, what they used to call gypsies. But it's just because we were broke. So, you know, it was fun that we loved it because all 3 of us would get dressed up as little gypsies and it was fun. It was a blast. And especially on the Air Force Base, tons of houses just all jam packed together, and everybody knows you. So then they're just like giving you all kinds of candy, like filling up our big pillowcase.
Yeah.
But then I learned, I got wise to this whole thing. The parents have to check the candy. Yeah, we know what that means. There goes all the Butterfingers.
Yeah, exactly.
A-holes.
I specifically asked for Butterfingers, and they were like, no, this one's poisoned.
Got a razor in it, Crystal. You can't eat it. Yeah. And then when I was grown up, let me think. I had done this one a lot. I call myself a horny devil, and I just get little devil ears.
Yeah.
Wear some red clothes because I am a horny devil, you know, so why not?
I'm going to be a devil at work tomorrow.
Fun.
I've got some little hair clippy horns that I'm just going to put on and then, you know, wear red, and that'd be my thing.
So tell us about your jumpsuit. Where'd you get that?
So I got this from Fashion Nova.
Oh, okay.
And so it's a full on like cat costume. So it has gloves, it has the ears, it has a little mask if I wanted to wear the mask, and like a little utility belt, which,
Cute.
you know, I don't know why a cat needs a belt, but anyway, yeah, I was looking, and a lot of their clothes don't ever really look like they're gonna fit me. And so I got the measurements, and I was like, okay, it looks like it will. And then I saw this gorgeous model on Instagram with big old thick thighs and a big old butt. And I was like,
Mm,
it's her. I'm going to buy it. And I bought it, and it's super comfy. So I
is
was
it?
just like, yeah, I was like, this is amazing.
So is it, um, the polite term is open front. Is it crotchless so you can pee and stuff
No,
No.
the zipper goes down to about your belly button, and then
Okay.
you have to shimmy all the way out of it like a jumper.
Like, it's always weird when you wear some stuff like that and you're out and you have to like basically get naked to pee. You're like,
Right?
pardon me, I'm over here in the stall naked, and then put it all back on.
And you're trying to let whatever it is like hit the public floor. You know, you're just like trying to pee and trying to hold it.
Once you break the seal too, you're gonna have to go all the time after that. But yeah, that would be really fun to own. I have to look at their website. I didn't know they had such things. But
Yeah,
yeah,
they have
my
a lot of options this Halloween. I was surprised. A lot.
what do you remember what size you bought?
I believe I bought the 4X,
All right,
3X,
I'll
3X.
have to measure my hips and stuff to make sure I know. Maybe they'll have it on sale or something for like end of Halloween. Did you
Yeah.
just buy it this year?
Yeah. I just bought it
Oh,
I want to say 3 weeks ago.
cool. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna check it out. Fashion Nova.
Yeah, Fashion Nova.
Love it.
Yeah.
So what about your hubby? Does he dress up?
No, not usually. If we go out to a party, he is like the most detailed, precise of that costume. Like he
Mm-hmm.
has the replica of whatever it is made that he's going to dress up as, but we
Yep.
haven't really gone out a lot lately. So no.
Yeah. Yeah. I've seen Dave in a few costumes, but mostly he's bought them to wear to work things. And one year we got him a Barney costume. I was like, awesome. I love it. We were going to
That's
go to a party last night, but then my girlfriend said, so many of our friends have COVID right now. And we're like, do we want to have a super spreader event? And I was like, yeah, no. So I told him, because he wears overalls a lot for work and stuff. I said, just put your tool belt on. I'm going to put my apron on. I'm going to put like some little devil ears. And I'm going to say I'm the evil electrologist and you could be the handyman. So we had it simple. But yeah, he's very like your partner. He's very detailed about things like
yeah.
huge dive, deep dive into it. And I'm like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
It sounds fun.
Exactly. I'm like, cool, let's go.
Right.
I was thinking though, a friend of mine just posted, because last night, as everybody went out and had
Party, yeah.
their parties. She had a couple's costume, and I loved this, and I thought you would love it too. She was a pumpkin, so she's a big gal. She was a pumpkin, and she's super cute in her little pumpkin costume. And then her husband wore a shirt that said Peter Peter, and he had orange all over his beard. So he was Peter Peter the pumpkin eater. And yeah, I was like, that's pretty clever.
That's brilliant. Yes, I love that.
Yeah.
Do you remember the Drew Carey show?
Yeah.
And then the lady with the crazy eyeshadow. What was her name? Do you remember her name?
Right?
I used to always want to go as her.
Yeah.
It'd be so fun to dress up as her. And then my partner, Fred, he made a Fred Flintstone costume once. So we went as Fred and Wilma. That was really fun. Fun couples costume.
Yeah, I love the couples costumes. They're usually a riot,
I like the I Dream of Jeannie and the captain. That's kind of cute. I've seen that done a lot. Yeah. There was a big like doggy Halloween parade in downtown Willow Glen where I live. Oh my gosh, so many cute doggies. All of them have all these adorable costumes, but a lot of them were dressed up like minions.
Nice.
I love minions, so I was like, I can't stop this. I got to go home, but I want to watch. It's so cute.
That's great. We did an Alice in Wonderland scavenger hunt.
I saw that. That looked fun.
Yeah, it was really fun. I was really surprised, but the best part of the whole day was the people watching, because so many people, like, just their ideas of the Alice in Wonderland theme. You know,
Right.
it was like, I saw the flowers. You know, this one lady did all the, she was the violet and the pansy, and her friend, you know, and they just went all out. And yeah, this one lady, she was so great. Her friends and family were getting her out of the vehicle. She was in a wheelchair, and she was utilizing oxygen, but she did her entire makeup like the caterpillar, like full body makeup, full face makeup. She had the actual thing, like the actual costume with the little hands and everything. And her friends had made something that made like little smoke, so it like, she attached it near her face so it looked like it would come off of her from the oxygen whenever she'd take it in. It was so cool. I was like,
wow, that's a good costume.
And like, she was like, wow, your guys' costumes are great. I was like, lady, you won. Like,
You win the whole deal. Yes.
Seriously. It was so cool. And Tweedledee and you know, it was fun.
Was it a special, I mean, it was like a fundraiser or just for fun, or?
It's like an app game where you can, they'll like take over a city or something and basically run you around the neighborhood doing the scavenger hunt. But yeah, it was fun. It was lots of little fun puzzles and things like that. But the people watching was, yeah, that was cool.
I'm trying to make a decision about what I want to do tomorrow, because I don't know if you remember this back when I had my store. A few times I got in trouble with Facebook because I would share this meme that says Happy Halloweenie. And it's not, there's no penis, there's no nudity, but you do see the man's, you know, kind of naked legs. And then there's like a cloth napkin over his penis. And of course, it's like, yes, you know, of course we all assume there's a boner under there, but no nudity at all. Yeah. And the first year I shared it, I got 30 days banned from my Curvy Girl and my personal Facebook page. And I appealed. I was like, there is no nudity. It's implied nudity. But they didn't like it that it was a boner. So Facebook was like, nope, 30 days. Shit. And then the next year I decided to write about it. So I wrote a blog about it. I said, can you believe this is why I got 30 days in jail? Turns out Facebook doesn't like when you do that. And you bring up the fact that you were in jail last year. So I got put in jail again. No. Even though I didn't, I posted just the link to my website where you could go see the Halloweenie. Another 30 days. And I was like, what do I want to do tomorrow? I hate to be out of pocket, you know, but it's so awesome. It's the best. I mean, I'll put it in the show notes, but it's just a penis with a napkin over it. It just says Happy Halloweenie.
Yeah.
It's crazy, huh?
It's crazy. I was just on Instagram earlier, and there was a girl with her boobs out completely, no nipple coverage, no nothing. But she was very, very thin, very, very cute. So never been turned in. I was like, wow, this is on Instagram now? And I don't care. I love nudity. I would love to be able to just see nudity in it, you know.
Care
but
less.
it's like, come on, you're getting 30 days in jail for a penis covered by cloth. And her boobs are completely out with her nipples, and it's like, whatever.
Remember when Substantia from the Adipositivity Project used to take her clients' photos and then remove the nipples and then grab some male nipples and put those on the female nipples, and then that would be okay because those are male nipples.
Right.
Free the nipple. It's stupid.
So dumb.
Americans are funny about sex and nudity. All nudity means sex, like you're breastfeeding your baby, and that's dirty. I'm like, no, idiot. That's called nutrition. That's how we've been feeding babies since the beginning of time.
Right.
Like, don't sexualize it, you know, weirdo.
Seriously. Like, there's a time and a place, and this is not the time or the place.
No, not at all. No. Yeah. I love Halloween. I love it. I mean, my partner doesn't like it. That's why I go to Karen's house. He turns all the lights off. He's humbug. I'm not giving those kids candy. Whatever.
I know. We usually turn off our Ring because otherwise it just goes off all night and the cats get scared.
Oh, yeah.
I usually
like
just...
4th of July.
Yeah. Just set a bowl of candy out and say, take a couple pieces. We're watching you. And
Honor
then,
system.
yeah. I haven't had a kid come up and like throw the finger and take the whole bowl yet. So I figure, hey, whatever.
Hey, if your house doesn't get egged, you're doing great.
Doing all right. We're across the street from a lady who does a huge display. And so,
you get a lot.
You'll get a lot of people just driving by to look at that.
That's cool. Yeah. They have like a Google Doc here for our neighborhood, and people can go put the ones that, because people really go crazy here. And so you can drive around and look for the addresses. Have you seen anybody with those big, huge, tall skeletons this year that are like taller than their houses?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, they're cool.
Yeah, my sister-in-law gets crazy into Halloween.
Oh, fun.
Crazy. She has a Halloween Facebook group for our local people here, and she does like, it takes her the whole month to set up, and like the display at their house is like, I can't even imagine what their PG&E bill is like.
Is that your family that has those little nibblings that are super adorable, the little cuties?
Yeah.
Little nieces, is it nieces or nephews or both?
It's my niece and nephew, yeah.
That's her kids?
Yeah.
Very cute.
They love it because she gets so into Halloween, that they usually have a theme, and, they get to help pick it now because they're getting to that age where they can, partake. And yeah, my nephew, he's 10, and he goes, I go, what are you going to do for Halloween? You're going to go run around? He goes, no, I'm going to stay at the house and pass out candy. And I said, oh, you're going to stay at the house and pass out candy? Why aren't you going to go run around? And he's like, why would I run around? I've got all the candy here at my house. And I was like, okay, whatever. I'm so cool, right? Yeah. And since they have a huge house with all the, display and everything, he likes being like, yeah, this is my house.
That's right. Yeah, cool. That's funny. Hey, do you want to end on the what were you gonna? We were gonna do Would You Rather? Yeah. Let's end on that, and then I want to make sure people know that the two people that won the 2 sex blankets from Liberator never got back to me at all. Never ever responded at all. So I need to have their address and stuff to ship them their blankets. So I decided we're gonna redraw. And hopefully the next 2 people that win will give me their addresses, and Liberator will ship them the throw blankets. So if you go to our website, you can just enter your email address and name. If you go to our Facebook, I think Instagram, we have a link where you can get in. All you need is your email and your first name, and we'll pick 2 winners randomly and then go from there. So I wanted to just mention that to everybody. And of course, we always love your reviews. We've been getting a lot of reviews, and our numbers really shot up there for a while. It kind of seems like it's calmed down again, but ever since the goddess Amazon Amanda was on our show, that really spiked.
Yeah,
that's cool.
Definitely. And when are we picking the blanket?
A week from this month. What's today? Sunday. A week from tomorrow.
Okay.
So we'll pick 2, and they have to be in the U.S., but we'll pick 2 more. And then for the holidays, we have this really cool Liberator ramp that we're going to be able to give away. So that'll be fun too. Yeah. Yeah, that sounds like fun.
Okay, cool. So my would you rather question is, would you rather be a real life vampire or a real life werewolf?
I think, did you watch True Blood?
I didn't.
I like that. I guess the books were really good. So I really enjoyed the vampire part. And they get a lot of sleep. I like a lot of sleep. So I've always wanted to say, I want to suck your blood. So I'm going to say vampire.
Yeah, I went to think like, ooh, so either I'm sucking someone's blood and I'm sleeping a lot, like I only come out at night, or I transition and like have a bunch of hair and stuff pop out of me and get like, so I was like, neither one really sounds like something I want to do, but I think I'm going to have to go werewolf, because I think it would be fun to just have like that wild of a transition. Like you can't control it and like, and
like
just
She-Hulk.
like go off on people. And especially when it's like a full moon, because then you could really mess with people.
Yeah. I like the fangs too that vampires have, so those are kind of cool.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
With their neck too, like, oh, kind of sick. Like,
oh my gosh, my neck, Honestly, if you do anything around my neck, I'm your girl. Whatever, it's on. Yep. just this area is like, oh. But have you ever seen, and I saw this when I was like 18, maybe 17, American Werewolves in London?
Yes.
Okay. I remember being kind of traumatized from that movie. And then I was like, I really want to see that again. I really want to see that again. Oh my goodness, it's so bad, but it's so good. It's very campy now, I was like, oh gosh.
Yeah.
So much blood.
I always think of that Michael Jackson video, Thriller, when he switches and yeah, or the Michael Jackson movie from the 80s. What was that one called?
Oh yeah, that was that. Boy, I don't remember. I kind of erased Michael Jackson from my brain for a little while because I was disturbed by the stuff it was reported that he was doing. But then I was like, okay, the man's gone. Enjoy his art. I'm gonna have him back in my life again in some way. It's hard when you have those people that are like questionable, and then have this art that you love, like David Bowie or Michael Jackson or. I don't know. There's lots of them, unfortunately. People that were like rockers in the 60s and 70s, they're like all so fucked, right? We know some shit was going down all the time.
All the time.
Yeah.
We're so lucky that we're not in the era of cell phones and everything recorded.
Yeah, like people that are like your age, right? So the beginning of your life was totally analog, and then as you get your early adulthood, you're digital. Yep. So you had it 50-50. I had it like more like analog, and then all of a sudden 1998.
Yep.
So, it's crazy to think about that. And then people that are even younger than you, only digital.
Only digital.
Weird.
No concept of a rotary phone.
Those aren't that easy to operate if you haven't operated one in a while. Right? Especially if you're calling long distance, because there's like 10 digits and the one.
Right. Exactly.
And if you mess up, you have to start all over from the beginning.
All over. Hit the little button. You got to hold it for a couple seconds and then let it go.
Back in the old days of landlines, and this is totally off the topic, but my sister and I got in so much trouble one time because how sometimes when you slam down, which by the way is very fucking satisfying, to slam down a landline into the phone, and it would push down those two little dots. But sometimes it wouldn't make exactly the correct connection, so it would keep the line open. Yeah. Oh my goodness. My mom and dad used to own a business, and my mom closed the business and drove to the house to tell us she'd heard everything. And we were cussing at each other. We were saying words we were definitely not supposed to say. And just like we had a fight. My sister threw a remote control at my head. I threw the dirty rag from the sink. My mom walks through the door, and we're like, oh, because she's supposed to be running the office, and she's like, oh.
I'm home to give you the what's what. Oh.
She goes over to the phone, she picks it up and lays it back down. She's like, yeah, it never hung up. I could hear everything. We're like, oh shit. I think that was the year that we got on restriction for the whole summer.
Wow.
I know.
Dude.
And my mom was acting like she's going to hit me, and I was laughing. I didn't win any points from that.
No.
She didn't hit us, of course, but she was like, I was like, laughing like that, and little sarcastic little a-hole teenager. Oh, that was fun. I hope everybody enjoys our fun little sort of like light. This is like podcast light tonight. It's fun to just chit chat about stuff. And I know people ask a lot of times when they email us, where are we? So let's tell them where we are. Like, where are you physically, Merv?
I am a little bit north of Sacramento, California.
And I'm in San Jose, which is also called Silicon Valley. And let's say it's 45 miles south of San Francisco. So, we're nearby. And then our editor, Ashley, she's in the Pacific Northwest. I can never remember exactly where she is. I'm trying to think. And that's where she edits our show from. And then our other, Sydney, our other correspondent, she's here in San Jose nearby. Actually, we're really close. We're practically neighbors. And then little Katie is in Las Vegas. I'm sort of related to Katie, kind of a long distance relationship, sort of through marriages and stuff. But yeah, so we're kind of all over the place. And people ask that question a lot. Where are you guys exactly?
Yeah, we're building a community. That's where we are. We're trying to get anybody and everybody to, jump in and be a part of it. And it's this wonderful,
Technology.
technology, advancements and all those kind of things have made it so that we can get together from all over the place. And
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Absolutely.
There's a few things that came out of the pandemic that were pretty awesome.
Yeah, this being one of them.
I'd rather it not have happened, of course, but yeah.
True that.
Got to look in the bright side sometimes, I guess.
And no tricks and treats this year. Go get your flu shot and your COVID booster.
Yep, I got to get my flu shot. I like to do it in the beginning of November because I like it to be effective through February, because that's when people have the flu here more than in December and November. So
yeah, I work with our public health officer and our chief health officer, and they are saying you better make sure you got all your vaccines and everything ready to go, because this is going to be a rough year, especially for kids.
Yeah, because we haven't been exposed to very many germs in the last 2.5 years, and that's why I just got over the flu. Right. Because somebody probably at my work exposed me, and I just came down with it. As we took the flu with us to Vegas, and we had to turn it around with the flu and drive back, and so sick. But yeah, I will be getting my flu shot soon, because I don't want to do that again. And I get the flu shot every year because I have asthma. So yes, get your flu shot.
Absolutely. And be prepared. A lot of people that I know that are of size, and I don't know if this is, like a standard thing or whatever, just have said, when I got the flu shot that day, I had some Charlie horsing pretty bad. So I don't know if it's like creating like muscle stiffness or what, but had a couple people say, did you experience that? And I said, yeah, actually I did too. And so, yeah, just be prepared that you may have some kind of strange side effects, because like you said, we haven't been exposed to anything for a while. So
yeah. And I specifically didn't get mine during my bivalent, because I thought, I was like, what if I don't want to do them both? I'll just spread it out about a month. So this week I'll get my flu shot. But yeah, I've never had any kind of reaction to the flu shot. I've been doing it for 10 or 15 years. So
yeah, it's
worth it. But hopefully they have, it's just a forecast. So sometimes they get it right and sometimes they don't. So
sometimes they don't.
This is going to be an interesting year.
Yes.
Anything else you want to share, Merv?
Nope. Okay, happy Halloween.
Cool. Yes, happy Halloween to you, trick or treat. And I will see you later, alligator.
After a while, crocodile.